almost forgot. So I've just gone in on a very small sell on the Nasdaq. We finally came out of the 930 opening range with some big momentum to the downside. I don't love it. That's why I only did one mini, just because I'm bullish. I think we're going up. Overall, we came off a big monthly supply zone or a monthly demand zone, and this should keep going up. Obviously, the news and volatility is going to make that a bit difficult. It's going to go up and down a bit. But we shall see. In other news, I now have my funded futures account. And I'm a little scared to add this, just because I am overall bullish. I'm a little scared, and I'm just getting my feet under me. I don't know. So I found this is the Nasdaq E-mini contract, but I want the micro E-mini, and I don't know if I can add that. I was showing you NinjaTrader, but never mind. I'll come back when something happens with this trade. Alright, I just closed. I didn't have a stop loss up there. I suppose I could have put it a little bit higher. Let me just show you. Maybe I could have put it up here, or even up there. It was just a 0.1 lot trade. But as far as I'm concerned, it's invalidated. Just because, I mean, it's not invalidated actually. I could have held on longer, but yeah, look, the structure seems to be changing. We've got a higher low here, so we'll find out, I am bullish. I'm very much bullish. I think price is cheap, and I'm looking for a bounce off of a lower time frame demand zone, of which there are a couple. Let me go on to TradingView. Yeah. So this is what I've been doing the last hour, or less than that. But yeah, so this is a big daily demand zone, which is a high time frame for me, and then we've got a 2-hour demand zone in here, which is gonna be my execution time frame, especially for the challenge. So that trade we took was based on the orb strategy, and we followed the rules, but we lost, which is okay. Let me just show you. So even the pre-market orb we broke to the downside. Could have sold there, but let me make this bigger. But the New York market opening range is here, from there to there. Wait, what now? Or is it there? Or is it 9:30? It is 9:30, right? Oh wow, so seemingly we didn't actually close above it, did we? Oh, we didn't close above it. What am I talking about? I sold. So we closed below it here, and that's where I sold, and then the trade went the other way, which is okay. I get it. I do think this is the bottom. We've come all the way down here. We've bounced off the big monthly demand, and this is all a retracement, I think. I don't think this low is going to be broken again, but potentially we might come and touch this zone again. Yeah, it's possible. We can come and touch the zone again. the retracement could be a retest, it just could keep going. This little bit of consolidation is annoying. It's not a clear indication. I thought this was the clear jump off point, and it could still be. We have gone up, let's see, in how many 2 hours? We've gone up to 3.73%. That's no joke. That's a lot. So we've gone up from that point in a day and 2 hours. It is and right now on the 2 hour, there's big wicks to the downside. Looks like we're about to blast off. There might be pressure from this 2 hour supply. So that gives me pause. Whenever I draw the supply zones, I start to second guess when I should enter. This here is also, it's kind of a demand zone, but it's been touched a lot. It's no longer fresh. This would be very convenient for me. If we touch my daily demand, I will, or my 2 hour demand, I'll buy, no questions asked. And that's what I kind of was hoping for, but I don't think it's going to happen. So what we're going to wait for is a test of this 2 hour supply. Right, I anticipate a initial rejection, which might be this. To be fair, these lines are a bit fuzzy. In my mind, I think of it as them being fuzzy. People would have put orders in all these areas here, but we might have a real test into the zone, and then we come back down. And hopefully by then there's a demand zone down here to touch off of. But it's kind of the problem, that I doubt there's going to be a demand zone unless we get a real rally here, or another drop base rally, or rally base rally. That'll create the demand zone, and it'll be the place we're looking for the retest. So yeah, that's my strategy with my brand new challenge account with my funded futures. It's a 100k starter plus. So it's only a 6%. It's only a 6% profit target, but I did kind of mess up now that I looked at it in more detail, and the drawdown to target ratio for the 50k account was better. It was better. The starter 50k account was 2,500. Let me just see. What was it? Yeah, there we go. Starter plus max drawdown is 3,000 and profit target is 6,000. 50k starter plus, the max drawdown is 2,000 and the profit target is 3,000. So it's just a better deal. I would have gone for that. I would have gone for two of those potentially, or just the one to begin with. This is my first challenge ever. I would have done just the one to begin with. Would have been a lot cheaper, and hey ho, but I've done it now. And they have all the same, everything else is the same, essentially. And the regular starter is even better. It's even better. $3,000 profit target, 2,500 max loss, but there's a daily loss of 1,200. Yeah, which is fine. That's a lot. That's 2.5% almost, 2.4%, which I wouldn't be risking in a day anyway. So yeah, if we fill this one, I'll go for the starter 50k, but I'm I've been pointing at this. I've been pointing at this like you can see it. You can't see it, but I am excited. I will get the 100k done soon enough. I doubt we're going to take any more trades today just because of where the price is going. Hopefully, if my setup does happen, I am buying. And buying is where I'm going. With my personal account, I'm going to keep trading Orb, see if I can build it up a little bit more. At least make back the challenge fee. But with the challenge itself, unless Orb is lighting up with supply and demand to the upside, I want to be more conservative with the challenge, which I think I've got backwards, to be honest. I'm in two minds about that. Because if you fail the challenge, what am I losing? Like £150, If I lose a lot of trades here, I'm losing my money. I could lose £800. Maybe I should be a little more aggressive on the challenge. Trade Orb on the challenge and look for a big setup here. It's the big setup here. You could hold forever. You actually make the money at the moment because challenge you have to pass. You want quick feedback. So if I just hold on to the challenge, get a 20% return on a massive trade through my supply and demand analysis, doesn't matter. I just get funded. Doesn't matter how big the win is. I just need six grand. So yeah, maybe I flip around. I think the big trade will take priority, and of course I'll try to look for. It's easier on the. I'm doing both. It doesn't matter. If it comes up on my personal account, if we get a clear bounce off of a demand zone in a low time frame at this point, before price goes too far up, I'm buying. I'm buying with a lot, and I'm just holding. Because this is money I can risk. This is my money. It's money I choose to risk. What I mean by that is I'll have a low enough stop loss, that I could risk up to 10% because I know the type of move we're looking at on the upside. Maybe more, maybe 50%, to make some real money. But it's a gamble. I don't like thinking like that. I just want to get funded already so I can take those long trades with a funded account with a relatively safe risk to reward, So yeah, it's decided. I'm going to be using the Orb strategy to begin my day and continue to look for these setups. I've completed my, let me just add, I don't need to add it. I've completed my analysis for the Nasdaq. We are, we're now waiting for that zone tab, and I'll do the same with the other major indices, and maybe I've got to do the analysis on all the things I like, all the high volume instruments, all the things which I'll just tell you is the major indices, is the major forex pairs, and the commodities, gold, platinum, and oil. I don't know if I'll add or subtract things in the future, but it's just kind of landed here. I've come up with this just by looking at volume, and Nasdaq I've been looking at basically this whole time that I've been trading. It seems relatively, what's the word I'm looking for? Notwithstanding the news, it seems relatively predictable in the mid to higher timeframes. And they all kind of move together anyway. These major indices, there's not much of a divergence. I haven't yet looked at forex pairs much. Gold I have to revisit because it was very, very expensive. It was right, I think it was all-time high the last time I looked at it. So yeah, let's see. I guess I'll be trading sideways for a while, and I'll make some analysis videos as well, I guess. I mean, it doesn't really matter. This is just to journal all the trades that I take. Have a record of them. I can go back and have a record of them because I don't want to like note down every single time. I just want to just go back and watch a video really quick, you know. And that's useful if I don't waffle on like this for hours. So, you know, so I'll stop this recording now, and I'll come back in if I come back in. I'll come back in. Let's see.